Welcome, everyone. Thank you all for being here, even though you had to be, just like us. Now, we don't want to bore you with our movie, but ours quite possibly could be the best of them all. Isn't that right, Mr. Miller? I know you're wondering, but our galaxy has nothing to do with Starburst, the candy. But our galaxy, the Starburst Galaxies, are known to be some of the brightest galaxies, and they're very easy to see, especially on a clear night. If you're lucky and you can get to the observatory without it raining, you can find ours. Now our galaxy, the Starburst Galaxy, M82, is extremely far from home, 11.42 million light years to be exact. And its closest galaxy, the M81 galaxy, is 130,000 light years away from it. Now, both of these galaxies are nearly impossible to view with the naked eye. You can only view them with telescope or binoculars, so we'll never get to see it up close. At least, we won't be able to see it up close before we die.
There are many known universes in the galaxy. That's why there are many complicated names for galaxies. But thankfully, this galaxy isn't too complicated to pronounce. The M82 Starburst Galaxy is also referred to as Ursa Major A. It is part of this group of stars because it's 100 times more luminous than the whole Milky Way and has a center of 100 times more luminous than our galaxy center. The reason it is known as Ursa Major A is because it is in the region of the sky that falls under the constellation Ursa Major, or better known as the Great Bear. Ursa Major is a lot more simpler than the Starburst Galaxy. That may make people think who haven't taken astronomy that, of course, we're talking about Starburst.
The two famous astronomers who discovered this galaxy, known as Starburst Galaxy M82, were Johann Bode and Pierre McCain. Without these two men, who knows when and how the galaxy would have been discovered. Also, as we know, scientists like to make things easier for themselves because they're lazy. Therefore, scientists labeled the galaxy the Ursa Major A, making it quicker to identify when they're referring to it. I'm thankful for their laziness as when it comes to research.
As we just discussed, scientists tend to get a little bit lazy when it comes to naming stuff, and the Starburst Galaxy is no exception. Known as a cigar galaxy, well, because it's in the shape of a cigar. Okay, yeah, that's fine. These galaxies are known as Starburst Galaxies because there is a burst of stars being formed at an alarming rate. They form at a rate of at least 10 to 100 times as fast as regular galaxies. Yes.
M82 is about 6,300 light years across. John Bode discovered the M82 galaxy on December 31st, 1774, which was also when he discovered M81. The astronomer Perry McChain discovered it independently in August 1779 and reported to Charles Messier, who then added it to his catalog. Hence why they have the names M in front of their galaxies numbers. You would think astronomers hopefully in those days would. The other astronomer, Perry McChain, discovered it independently in August 1779 and reported to Charles Messier, who then added it to his catalog, hence why they have an M in front of their names. You think astronomers back then would hopefully relay information about galaxies. Cigar galaxy. You might see white objects that look like stars scattered across the surface. And these individual clusters are sizes about 20 light years across, which I'm sure I don't have to express how long that is. And these clusters can contain up to millions of stars within them.
The galaxy's core is described as dynamite set off in its core. In Starburst galaxies, the core or nucleus is where most of the stars are going to be formed at a high rate. Although it can happen throughout the galaxy, hence why it's dynamite in its core, these galaxies have a relatively small lifetime due to the speed they are made. And sadly, M82 is going to stop producing stars in about 10 million years or more. But this actually isn't as long as it seems. It's like a month in the time frame of our universe. Finally, as we wrap up the Starburst Galaxy, hopefully we have educated all of you, and that we have given everyone a good description as to what M82 Starburst Galaxy is and how it functions. Thank you. Group I out.